some best bets. And, you know, we talk about Clemson's next matchup after that South Carolina game. It's going to be North Carolina in the ACC championship game. North Carolina already locked in their spot, but this week they still have another game before they play there, and that is against North Carolina State. North Carolina, the home team here, minus 6.5 point spread. I like North Carolina to cover the spread here, this 6.5 points. This is a bit of a dangerous position because they had one loss until last week, and then they picked it up. Now, they're not a shoe in for the playoff or anything, and even with one loss, probably not a great chance they were gonna make it, but they had a shot at least. After losing last week, this game is pretty insignificant to them.
Right.
But I do think, their offense has been explosive all year. North Carolina State has been a bit shaky. They haven't kind of lived up to some of the preseason hype that we've seen from them. A lot of talk about their quarterback Devin Leary and the rest of their pieces being able to step up and being a strong veteran team. But North Carolina is a young team. Drake May, just lighting it up out there. Putting up Heisman like numbers.
Right.
And I like North Carolina to be able to just put up a ton of points here and come away with the victory. I think they cover that 6.5 point spread. We have number 17 UCLA going to Cal. UCLA favored by 10.5 points here. Cal is just not a very good team this year. I like UCLA to cover. I like UCLA to come in. We saw, them put up tons of points against USC. USC, obviously not a great defensive team, but still, their offense was clearly clicking, and I think they'll be able to continue to do that. Defensively, I think they can, show up and kind of handle business against a California team that's not very good. And I think 10.5 points spread. I think they could cover that. And this probably feels like a two touchdown
Yeah.
type
I
of game.
especially if considering what they were able to do with USC and keeping up with them. So it's like if you could put up that amount of points against the USC team with all the implications that they had, then I think it's pretty much easy to do that against Cal. That's not obviously not that good this year. So
Yeah, for sure. We have Western Kentucky going to Florida Atlantic University. Western Kentucky, their team, they put up points. They put up tons of points last week. Um, they just ran over somebody. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was like Charlotte or something like that. They've been doing this, kind of all year. They started off a little bit slow the first game, but this is an offense that was historically good last year. There was a drop off after losing their quarterback to the NFL. He's, with the Patriots, Bailey Zappi now. But they're putting up points. Florida Atlantic can put up points as well. But I think Western Kentucky is the more well-rounded team. They're the better program. I think 7.5 points. I think they'll be able to cover that and come away with the win and cover here. And then a game that we talked about, Notre Dame USC. I know you kind of leaning a little bit more towards Notre Dame, but I think USC should be able to cover the point spread here. Like I said, I would not be shocked if Notre Dame pulls it out. I just think it's probably a lot more likely scenario that USC is just able to put up points like they've been doing all year, and 5.5 points seems like if you think they're gonna win, then they'll probably
probably
cover
win by
that
that
cover
for
that
sure.
spread. But yeah, that'll do it for this week's episode of college football. We'll see you guys next week. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks for watching.